Alright guys, welcome back. This is Brian again. Today we're going to be covering, let me find it, we're going to be covering 24 options. This is just basically going to be a walkthrough of their platform, general impressions, things like that. I will link the actual review to this video in the description, so you can take a look at the review there also. 24 options actually used to be my favorite broker to use, but once they got regulated by SciSec, US traders were no longer allowed to use them, which is a shame because in my opinion, they are one of the best brokers out there. The three that I rank the highest for me are Stock Pair, 24 Options, which unfortunately US traders can't use, and then Markets World. So it's kind of nice to get a chance to play with this one again. Unfortunately, I can't use it live. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at their platform. It's a rather clean interface. I believe this is a Tech Financials interface, which I kind of like Tech Financials. One of the few things that you can get done with this that happens is sometimes when you place a trade, like let me go to short term real quick. We'll just do a 5 minute real quick just so you can see and see if we can catch it. Let's do Euro USD. To place a trade, pretty simple, high low. And this is we're going to look at just the standard. Returns 75%, so it's actually better than Markets World. This is not a variable payout. It stays static. The only time you will see it variate is between sessions. Like when UJ opens, some of the pairs might disappear and your payout might. The one thing, and I probably won't be able to catch it, is that when you can place a trade, sometimes when you hit buy, it'll say prices moved against you. If you don't like that, feel free to contact your account manager and tell them you want it turned off, and they will do it for you. It's one of the nice things about 24 options. They don't play games really. It is very, very nice that way because there are some other tech financial brokers out there that when you tell them, hey, can you turn that off, they kind of play stupid with it. As you can see, once you place a trade, and I'm going to go through with a little quicker review, you get the Euro USD, your amount, target, market, expiry, and it's green right now because it's in the money because price is going higher. Let's take a look. We'll start off here with high lows, and we'll work our way to the right and what the time frames are. Okay, so in order to pick, let's say it's high low, and they also offer above below. But it's pretty simple to place trades. You pick your pair. Your expiry time appears up here, and these are high low. They're not the short terms, so they do have a variety of expiry times out there, which is nice. Some of the brokers don't offer all those, so we could pick, I don't know, 1020. And again, pretty simple to place. I'm just going to throw out a bunch of trades out there so that we can look at trade history when it's done. We'll go higher because it is trending, I believe. Let's take a look real quick. Euro's pretty much trending up, so I'm going to just place trades for higher on Euro. And let me get back to that. Actually, it's dropping a bit, but anyway, this is just to show. Filters is nice. You have indices, and it filters them out quite. It does tell you when an option will be available if it is not. Forex, which is predominantly what I do, they have a ton of Forex pairs compared to some other brokers out there. No names, Markets World. It'd be nice if y'all had some more. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. Stocks and commodities. So they do have a very wide selection of assets for you to trade from. They offer high-low, they offer one-touch, they offer the normal one touch at 72% and the high yield touch. Reason I'm just going to touch on these is if you notice the percentage on these is like, oh, I have the hiccups, 200 to 350%. I would not touch high yield unless you are a very experienced trader. Don't get involved with them unless you're a very experienced trader. They also offer boundaries, which I used to play with these a lot. I loved them. But basically what a boundary is you're saying that price is going to close in between these two numbers here. So it's 2, 4, it's changing constantly. But price will close by 10:30, which is in 24 minutes, in between these two price levels. That's something I liked a lot because sometimes when you get a flat market and you don't want to go up or down, you could do boundary trading. Again, they offer high yield boundaries, but those boundaries become much tighter. I would stay out of it. There are some pairs, and this is where I would have a ton of fun. There are some pairs, though, that they go relatively dead flat, and even with these tight little entries, you can make some money. So I would say demo it or practice it if you're going to go into the high yield. But the boundary trading that 24 options offers, that's a mouthful, is pretty fun. I actually enjoyed boundary trading. Now let's go into look. Short-term trading would be your traditional type of binary option. Let's look real quick. I took a longer-term trade. While we catch it right now, I have the option to close out early. 28.44 would be my profit, which is only about $3 profit, but let's go ahead and do that so we can go back into it later. So I just closed that trade a little bit early for profit. No, I didn't, actually. Okay. We'll come back to that in a bit. Now, where was I? Okay, so they offer 30-second, 60-second. Let's look at the payouts, though, real quick. 30-second, you see the payouts are around 67%. 60-second, we're looking at 70%. So if you're going to, by money management standards, I would really recommend staying at 60-second or above. That'll give you the 60% ITM, means you're in the green, which 60% ITM should be doable by most people if you have good money management and a sound strat and you're following some rules. 2-minute bumps it up to about 71 to 72%, and my favorite, which is 5-minute, and this is one of the reasons these were my favorite brokers, you can get up to about a 75% payout, and I used to pick the 75% payouts and I would trade those. Reason being is that bumps up my OTM percentage for money management, made it a little easier to live with. We can go ahead and, so let's just toss out a couple trades. We'll do here buy. We'll take a look at some of the other things that it offers. USD, CH. Let me take a look at a chart. I don't want to make this stupid. I know it's demo, but so cable's pretty much trending up. So let's take a couple calls on that. GPD, USD, 5-minute high. I do like. And one of the things that's nice is once you've selected it, it doesn't reset. So if you want to jump to a pair real quick, like if I get an alert on AJ, all I have to do is jump 25 high buy. It's really that quick, where with some other brokers, they do make it a little bit difficult. It's kind of a pain sometimes because they do slow down your entry. Let me get a drink of coffee here real quick. Okay, now we got numerous trades going, so let's take a look. If you click down here on your trade, the window up top updates with it. One of the things that I really liked was that 24 Options has a nice cling interface, and they were just I don't know how else to put it. They're a joy to work with. I mean, there was no problems with them. The only thing that I will say negative about them, and this is that their payouts are a little bit slower than average. My payouts, the longest one took nearly 2 weeks. On average, though, it would be a 5 to 7 day payout. If there's anything, because I don't want to make it seem like it's all unicorn farts and candy or whatever you want to call it, is that their payout is a little bit slower, but I never did not get my money. So I wouldn't worry too much about that there. Trade history, we can go into it, and it gives us here. Let's see, NZD USD, if you remember, price was moving against me. Now, when you close out early, they are very picky. You notice how I had to click the button 2 or 3 times. It's because the price was moving, so they're not going to give you extra or take away more. Well, basically, they're trying to make sure that they're not giving you a little extra. So if you are going to close out a trade early, just do what I used to do. You mash the damn button. And I hate to say mash because it bugs me when people say that, but keep clicking the button over and over again. This was just a normal trade, URUSD. So, like I said, it's a very simple interface to use. Chart-wise, you can click, and they do have an optional for professional charts. They have guides, global help, binary options guide, contact us, and chat. Chat's pretty responsive. For the most part, they always pick up, which is one of the things I do look for in a broker. They have different levels of accounts. 24 Options, one of the things they do also do that I used to like is they offer trading competitions, which is a kind of a cool thing because it's in-house with them. They're not saying use a signal service, blah blah blah. They just straight up say enter our contest. If you win, we give you money, and it's pretty, I guess you could say, legit. I mean, it's not really like some of these trading competitions where it's sponsored by a broker and you have to get in line, and it's not really based on your actual trading statistics. It's based on the amount of trades you placed. There's trading contests are legit just based off of ITM and percentage of increase on the account. Daily market updates, nothing special here, but I'll just cover it just because. Blah. I mean, it's nothing. Stay on the sidelines for now. If you're short-term trading, by the time you read this alert, probably doesn't pertain, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. So back to trade history. As you can see, 2 closed, 3 open in that time. If you want, we can take a look at a couple 30 seconds just to see. Let's enter a couple, just so you can see the response time on this. I'm just going to do up, but as you can see, the platform itself is very responsive and fast, which I do like. There are a couple other ones out there that aren't quite as responsive. Your expiry time counts down right here for you. If you want to watch the trade, you can just by clicking through it. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. They do have the filters here, and you can also go through here and pick up your. This is one of the other things I like. If you have pairs that you like I like Euro, AUD, NZD, Euro GBP is not one of my favorites. USD, JPY, AUD, USD. And where's AJ? Good enough. You hit apply. There's the pairs you picked. So if you're looking at a certain set of pairs that you want to pick, it's very easy to filter, and that filter lasts through from 60 seconds to 2 minutes to 5 minutes. Like I said, their interface is kind of a breath of fresh air because it's not overly complicated. It's very easy to use, and it does let you form it up to the way you would want to use it. Other than that, can't think of too much else. I do, like I mentioned, I do like the fact that on the high-low you can pick and do 25, and if you're picking an expiry, I have to select direction. Yeah, I'm losing my mind now. That you do on the longer term expiries have the option to close out early, so that's kind of nice. Other than that, guys, I mean, I do, if you're not a U.S. trader, which stinks that U.S. traders can't use them, they are a highly recommended broker. Other than their payout times, everything about them works flawlessly. The only thing to keep an eye out for, and I wasn't able to pop it, it might not be enabled on this, is that if you enter a trade and it says price has moved against your direction or price is no longer available, just give them a call or talk to them on chat, send them an email and ask them to disable it, and they're more than happy to disable it for you. So all in all, it does make for a very good broker. They're reliable. Their pricing is normally pretty much dead on. Let's see if I can do this real quick. Okay, so let's take a look at Euro US. Actually, I got cable up right now. 5090. And this is what's called a BO price. If you don't know what it is, hit me up on the forums. I'll send it to you. It's an indicator that takes bid, what's it called? Bid plus ask, divides it by 2, and it gives you the price. So it's more likely what the brokers are using. They use bid plus ask divided by 2 to get the price. And for the most part, it stays on. There's a little bit of a lag in between it, but that's for a binary options broker. They are one of the few that does stay pretty consistent with pricing. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about 24 options, or there is another broker you'd like to see a walkthrough of the platform, just let me know. And you all have a great day.